Hello from Max Motorsports. And if there's one thing that we can agree on here at the shop, 690s are awesome. So we like to do these custom builds on them. Recently on Facebook, one of our followers or friends was requested that we did a walk around on this particular build. So here it is. So 2024 KTM 690 Enduro R. There are no 25s. They did not get imported. So 2024, we happen to have one, and this is the final one. This guy has a rally tower by Raid Garage, carbon fiber. It's called the F5 rally tower. Includes the little power point there, your GPS bar, little GPS mount, relocates your turn signals up, and because you lose your your OEM headlight and turn signal mount there with a 690. These high power LED lamps up here. And the carbon fiber tower itself is guaranteed forever, as long as, the original owner. And I tested that with my 23 690, and they sent me another whole kit. I had to pay the freight. So we have suspension front and rear by Fast Lap Racing, our local guru, Steve Hollingsworth. We changed out the turn signals, big whoop there. But the Cycler Pro Bend handguard, some center reach mount bars. Double take, the new 6.0s, I believe they're called. These are a little longer in the arm than the old ones, and of course the ball itself here is a harder consistency, so you don't crush it like you did with the older design. So it's a little bit longer, and it's metal, and a bigger, more leverage available lever. Of course, we tend to always use giant loops. Their zigzag handlebar bag is just our favorite. We enjoy its ease of use. Get it quick. Got to zip tie these ears down. But it's not waterproof or anything like that. It's just good, and it's tough, and it's convenient. So bells and whistles, whatever. We like them. Far as protection goes, we often, actually always now, use the factory, or not the factory, the KTM Power Parts crash guards there. They're made by Touratech. They're super strong, y'all. This bike right here has 7,500 miles on it, and it's been on its side a few times. If I had an asterisk, I would use that right now. They're straight. They've protected the bike. It's the way to go. So we love them. We keep using them. It's not like your stock protection you might have on your old Africa Twin that if you look at it wrong, it bends. I had one. I know. It's okay. So a different brake pad there. This is pretty handy because it's stepped up from when you're standing or seated there, and it's just more comfortable, and you get a more positive feel on the pedal. It's just a factory pedal itself, the arm. We've had some tough aluminum ones on there, and we just, whatever. We bend them, we get another one. The foot pegs here are from Raid Garage, actually. We thought we'd try those out with our last order from those guys. They're 3/4 of an inch down and 3/4 of an inch back from factory. And we're building this for our store owner, Tommy Barton. And he's a big dude. He's like industrial size. So we need to hook him up. We call these builds, by the way, the Max Rally kits. This is a 690 Enduro R. Graphics done by our friends at Absent Graphics. So we got a rear rotor guard there from, I believe that's Van Ash Racing. We do a fair bit with those guys, it seems. We got, for GPS, the Garmin Zumo XT2. I'm using the XT over there, the regular one. I like it, I don't know. The new one's pretty cool though. They don't like each other. The only way I can get maps across is to break out the old memory card. And of course the obligatory spin-off fuel filler there, you gotta have that. This bike, we have the extra large. It's not the tall or the short, it's just the extra large comfort seat. And do y'all know that in addition to butt cheek comfort here, this is when you're standing on the bike. Tuck your calves in right in here, and it's a lot easier to stand up on the gas, especially when you're ascending somewhere. So it's SP Connect. This is a wireless phone charge dock. It's also an anti-vibration little puck We like these because it's one piece. See that? Of course, you must use something to mount to the bar, right? But one piece here that does anti-vibration and wireless charging. We also stock, your quad lock brand and all that, but one piece is better than two for this. You gotta have that anti-vibration. What else is cool about this thing? Did I tell you the Molecule Motorsport skid plate here is it's kind of one we've come to through trial and error. It's the best. It's a 1/2 inch of solid plastic. There's no plastic welds on it like there are on some of the other brands I won't mention, but they're very popular. What happens with those other brands, if you notice a seam on them right here, it's when you go to cross something that's at an angle, like a fallen tree or something like that, and you pivot over it, those little plastic welds, they snap. So look for something with one piece. These have come from Vanash. The Molecule Motorsport skid plate is where it's at, y'all. We swapped out the turn signals with just some stuff. It doesn't matter, just some LED mess you can get anywhere. We got a Leo Vinci full system on the bike, and went ahead and bypassed the side stand switch with the Vanash side stand switch bypass. That's a creative name for it. We also got rid of the smog mess. We are in the United States of America, after all, Alabama. And got to finish getting all the rest of the SAS valve out of here when we put in the intake that we're putting on it. I have a Rottweiler in mine. This is my Gas 700. Has my name on it, see? I have the, what is it, Rapid Bikes Evo tuner, and it's kind of stuffed down there. That's where his is going to end up being. It's in a different spot right now. The Rottweiler intake kit here was probably the single most impressive item added to it. I mean, other than the fairing, that was super important. But as far as power delivery goes, it's a lot of fun. And it had places where it came on extra strong and it didn't before. Tall, like fourth gear wheelies. So this bike, once I put the Rapid Bikes Evo on it, that smoothed it out dramatically. Before I had put the Rapid Bikes tuner on it, it had a strong power band in the bottom end and then another strong one from kind of upper mid-range all the way until rev limit, which is fun. I mean, damn, it's nice to do a fourth gear wheelie. But putting the tuner on it calmed it down quite a bit. My bike is set up just like Tommy's bike is for the most part. I have a well-used Scott's damper that's been on a few of my bikes. We travel together. I laced up some black rims on mine. The silver ones that came on it from the factory were fine. They're just not for me. Took the rear turn signals with their short stock and put them in the front because the stock turn signals have such a long stock, they just bounce around. It's ridiculous looking. I have the Garmin Zumo XT. It's not the newest one. It's the obsolete one. Works pretty good though. As you can see, I have all the same luggage and everything, the racks and bars and all that he's got on his. I have a slip-on Leo Vinci. I don't have the full system, but this is as good a motorcycle as you're gonna find, guys. KTM 690, the ultimate enduro. It doesn't take a lot. You don't have to go hog wild on these things to making them like this. Not everybody needs a tall windshield, you know. It is nice when you're off-road and you push through the branches. I've got my arms up in the air because I see something I'm about to go flying through and, oh yeah, the windshield handle it. Windshield is replaceable. And we keep replacements in stock. Occasionally our friends like to roost us if we get in the wrong place. But anyway, guys want to have us do anything like this to your 690, I don't care what year it is, 701, don't care what year, or 700, we will do it for you at Max Motorsports. We're all into it down here. We're eating up with it. In fact, there's a race that we all attend, a local SECA, that's S-E-C-C-A, race that we do, the last one of the year, and we do it on our 690s and invite all the T7s and anybody that wants to come out and ride. Even our general manager here raced his KTM 790 790 Adventure R, and he did real good. Anyway, Max Motorsports, y'all, 205-605-1904, Pelham, Alabama. Thanks for watching.